All right, guys, so the countdown to Thanksgiving is officially on, just a couple days away, and here is how you're gonna make it fun. You're gonna make it easy, you're gonna make it totally guilt-free, and you're gonna be able to keep your hard work from training in the gym. Right, so Thanksgiving around the corner, and it's probably the day of the year where you eat the most, or second most, second only maybe to Christmas Day. Why not make Thanksgiving fun but guilt-free and pretty easy for yourself? Why not take the easy road? So first thing I'd recommend, this is something I've been doing, drop your calories starting about 5 days before Thanksgiving, and while you're doing that, make sure you keep your protein high. You want to drop the fats the most, so pull back on the fats, pull back on the carbs, but moderately, maybe about 30%. Of course, stay active, so keep working out, make sure you get into the gym as many days as you can before the official turkey day, and then start to think ahead. What is going to be your Thanksgiving Day workout plan? For me, I'm going to get up early, make sure I beat the crowd to the gym, because I can guarantee you're not going to be the only person in the gym. Everybody's going to try to get a workout in before they stuff their faces. Now, overall, during that workout, you want to get uncomfortable. This workout should hurt. Kick up those rep counts, add in some supersets, maybe some drop sets. Whatever it is, whichever strategy you choose, make sure that the intensity goes up. Now, once you're done with your workout, normally I'd say, yeah, go get a nice, good post-workout meal in. But for that day on Thanksgiving, I'd say just get your protein in, maybe a moderate amount of carbs, really not too much. All right, so now to attack dinner. A typical US Thanksgiving dinner is around about 1,500 calories if you're sort of watching what you're eating. The turkey alone, depending on the portion that you take, about 250 calories, usually about 3 tablespoons, 150 calories of cranberry sauce. Green bean casserole, and we'll talk about this, about 200 calories for a cup. Stuffing with the turkey, half a cup is already 215 calories. Mashed potatoes, 220 calories for 5 ounces. Candied sweet potatoes, 160 calories for a half cup. And of course, pumpkin pie. Slice is going to be over 300 calories pretty easily. As I said, the stuffing, lots of butter, so it's high calorie and high fat. So you really want to avoid or really limit how much stuffing you have. And the tricky one is a green bean casserole. You think, oh, vegetables, I'll have a ton of that. Well, that's usually pretty high fat. One thing you can think about doing is substituting the casserole with just regular green beans or some other steamed vegetables, or just a salad. Better to go in that direction than the actual casserole. Sure, have your cranberry sauce, but don't go crazy. That's pretty much all sugar. I personally would go with the mashed potatoes. Yeah, it's high carb, but it's pretty good, and you can, depending on how you make it, you can minimize the amount of milk that you use, and you can actually substitute with other types of non-dairy milk, like almond milk, and you can reduce the butter that you use. So, candied sweet potatoes, that's a big one, and people make them a million different ways. So depending on your family's recipe, it's gonna have added sugar, maybe some maple syrup, probably some marshmallows, definitely some butter, and overall it's going to be pretty sweet, pretty high calorie, maybe even some raisins in it. And if that sounds about right, you really want to minimize that, and again, go with the mashed potatoes over the candied sweet potatoes. I don't know, every family has other sides, but really one thing that's gonna be pretty much everywhere is pie. Usually pumpkin pie is a guarantee. So yes, it's gonna be more than 300 calories for a slice, probably close to 400. So watch out, you don't want to eat a whole pie. But if you followed what I just said, you avoid a 200 calorie serving of the green bean casserole. Maybe you didn't have 160 or 200 calories worth of candied sweet potatoes, and you didn't have 200 calories worth of stuffing. Now you have some room to play around. You definitely can get in a slice of that pie, which is pretty much what you wanted regardless, and you're still gonna have some calories to spare, probably even 200 calories worth. So take home messages. Number 1, drop your calories before the day. Start with about 5 to 7 days of wiggle room and really pull back on those calories. Of course, you're keeping your protein high as always, and you're training hard, you're staying active, you're doing your cardio, you're lifting at a high intensity for those 5 to 7 days. and you're planning ahead, you know that you're gonna, get a workout in before Thanksgiving dinner. It's one of those workouts where you're just gonna go all out, go really hard. By the time you get now to dinner, you've already limited your calories throughout the day. You've kept your protein high. Now you're gonna focus on mostly filling your plate with turkey breast. You are gonna be careful with the sides. You're gonna be smart about what the ingredients were if you had any hand-in cooking. If not, follow the guidelines that I just provided for you. So the stuffing, green bean casserole, the candied sweet potatoes, minimize or avoid those. Go with some cleaner carbs, go with some mashed potatoes, limit the milk and butter. And then going for the pie that you like. Have a nice, good, healthy slice, but don't go overboard. Not 10 slices, not a whole pie. And if you follow these tips overall, I can pretty much guarantee that you're gonna enjoy Thanksgiving. I know I will. That is pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comments section what your Thanksgiving plan is going to be and what is going to be on the menu for you. I encourage you, as always, give the video a thumbs up if you found it to be beneficial. As always, be sure to subscribe to the channel, share the video with your family and friends, ring that notification bell so that you're going to get the notifications for each week's video. But until the next video, guys, not saying it's necessarily next week. I might have a Thanksgiving surprise for you, but until the next video, guys, aloha from beautiful Kauai.